Today we'll be talking about how the top G is suing one of his accusers or more of his accusers. Please hit that subscribe button. We're really trying to break 1,000. I'm Rugburn.
And I'm Pickled Landon.
And this is Tombstone Tourist. All right, so we'll be talking about a very reoccurring subject here on Tombstone Tourist, which is Top G himself and how he is actually suing one or more of the accusers of these crimes. And he's doing it for defamation, saying that it essentially hurt his bottom line and that his brand overall has been damaged by these accusations, which, true or not, I could see where he's coming from on that. It could definitely be damaging as hell to the brand, and I would say that it has damaged it for sure, at least as far as money coming in, I would think.
I would agree with you. I would say he has a hand in that as well, but you know, that's to be decided later on by courts and stuff like that.
We're going to be referring to a BBC article in this. Do you want to go ahead and take it away?
Lawyers for the woman in the U.S. say a cease and desist letter was sent by a U.S. law firm in December on behalf of Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. The letter threatened to sue the woman and her parents for $300 million if she did not retract her statements. A lawyer for the Tates said they were pursuing valid legal claims for defamation. A redacted copy of the letter apparently sent on behalf of the brothers reads, "You falsely stated to a third party that our client human trafficked you, abused you, and held you against your will. You have repeated false and defamatory statements to the police, the media, and another United States citizen about the Tate brothers." Lawyers for the Tates have confirmed to the BBC that the cease and desist letter was sent in December as a matter of civil defamation and slander in the U.S., but deny any intimidation. Tina Glangian, one of their legal advisors, said there was nothing abnormal in them pursuing valid legal claims for defamation. The Tates' legal team have also revealed that the brothers filed criminal complaints in Romania last April against two women, including the witness who received the cease and desist letter in December. Ms. Glandian said the criminal complaints in April were filed in response to allegations that the two women were being held against their will by the Tate brothers. There was no evidence whatsoever of that, she said, which is why the Tates were not arrested in April. They were nothing but victims of false allegations, and they had every right to file criminal complaints for having their homes raided and property seized.
So far, we haven't gotten into the woman's side of things yet. This is purely from the Tate's perspective. We will get into the woman's perspective here in a second. Now, if the woman's claims are false, this is 100% eligible for defamation. The question is, will he get $300 million? I highly doubt she's even worth $1 million. I don't know her, or her name hasn't been released, so I can't say without a doubt. But if you're selling for Andrew Tate, allegedly, chances are you don't have $1 million, in my opinion, you know, because you're doing some wild things for money, which leads me to believe you don't have that much of it.
The fact that it's that high leads me to think, just as just a personal opinion, that it is intimidation because it's so high. It's like, I'll kill you if you don't do this, but with money.
Well, it could just be what total damages are for his company, like what his company could have lost or potential money that he could have earned or business opportunities that he missed out on while being locked up.
Oh, because she made a false statement and now it's taking away revenue that he could have made.
I think it's just, hey, I could have made this much if I wasn't locked up. You got me locked up. Now you have to pay what I was going to get paid regardless of what happened. Now, again, I don't think he's going to get that much from her just based on my opinion. I don't know if these are facts. Maybe she is sitting on $300 million. Who knows?
And she also may be telling the truth.
That's also possible. Let's get her lawyer side of it and kind of her perspective, everything like that.
Danny Pinter, part of the women's legal team, says it is not just a threat of legal action that is intimidating, but the online harassment many of her clients receive for speaking out. Regular high production value videos meant to embarrass and harass them are shared among Tate's followers, making really salacious claims attempting to slut shame them, saying they're liars, but included in that is their private information, where they work, who their family members are, with the clear intention to incite harassment, and it's working. The two alleged victims she represents have been getting death threats. They're scared to death. They're both in hiding. They feel they can't settle anywhere because people are trying to find them. Prosecutors have been careful to keep the names of the 6 women in their case strictly confidential, but some have had their full names published on social media.
That definitely is part of Tate's whole thing. He has people come and attack people online for no reason. Guys,
stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel her.
I think a point the lawyer is trying to make, too, is that if this was a lie being told on behalf of the women, the repercussions they're receiving for it are not worth telling a lie like that.
That's true. I think it's in the air. I don't want to say he did those things, and I don't want to say that she's lying either. I kind of want to see it play out in the legal system. However, it is worth noting that recently he has been let out on house arrest, so maybe there's not as much weight to this whole situation as we're thinking there is. Because if they're let out on house arrest, something's leading me to believe that either A, things are wrapping up and coming to a close, and they're about to file charges and kind of close the walls in on the Tate brothers, right? So they're giving them this last little bit before trial starts. Or B, their case is starting to look really weak and they're having trouble time and time again going ahead and re-updating that 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. If you look, there's a video where Tate, when he did get let out, it's completely different from when he initially moved to Romania, where he's like, I would walk into jail, I would hand him money, hand him money, hand him money. But now he's like, I'm super thankful for the judge. I'm super thankful for how things played out. The situation is just so deep. It's really hard to say, to be totally honest with you. There's so many layers to this, and there's so many different perspectives you can look at it. I don't even know if the Romanian government is fully sure which way they're leaning towards right now. Like I said, it could go one of two ways, and it could be they're either on house arrest because the case is weak, or because the case is strong and they're about to get ready to go to trial, so they're just going to let him sit out the rest of it in his house.
And there's public scrutiny on multiple levels, multiple nations. I mean, Bruce Rivers himself has said it multiple times that regardless of how he feels, this is an affront to justice to hold somebody against their will without proof. And I think that's the release on house arrest is kind of just a result of that. None of this is facts. This is all just, opinions. We're trying to feel our way around this thing and see what we can see with the information that's led on to us. There's stuff that none of us are going to know until this whole entire thing is booked, set, and on the paperwork.
Yeah, so ultimately, if this women are lying about this situation, yeah, I would like to see this suit go through and him take them for some of their money. Now, however, if they're telling the truth, this opens up the possibility to a countersuit, and they can sue him. Emotional damages, things like that, and just how this case has affected them with his fans, his toxic fan base, just everything along those lines, and how overall the stress and everything has affected them mentally and their finances at this point. Legal issues are no easy matter or cheap matter to get through. So it's a tough situation, and if Tate gets found innocent of all of this, hopefully he learns to move a little bit smarter. He's not as bold and brazen with the things that he does, and he just takes this to the chin and realizes he needs to move different and change how he's treating life a little bit. Treat it less like a game. You don't always just get to be top G.
Yeah, you can't always be top G.
With that, are there any closing statements you had on this situation, or?
No, I'm just trying to keep it light and look at it abstractly, objectively, and make sure, we don't want anybody getting mad at us in our comment section. So we want to make sure to present all the facts to y'all, and that's what we have so far. So that's about all I got.
And with that being said, feel free to hate on us in the comments. Show us some love. What would you like to see us cover next? Go watch some of our other Andrew Tate videos. We've covered the top G a few times, so, let us know what you think down below. I'm Rugburn.
And I'm Pickled Landon.
This is Tombstone Tourist.